Okay, friends, let us continue with the abnormal molecular masses. You can write the heading abnormal molecular masses. We can calculate the molecular masses of solutes, non-volatile solutes, using the quantitative property measurements. We have the various equations. To calculate the molecular masses using the colligative property measurements. But if we calculate the molecular masses of a certain solutes which dissociate or associate in solution, the molecular masses deviate from the normal molecular masses. And such molecular masses are called abnormal molecular masses. The molecular masses of just wait. Okay. So there was some problem on the board. So let me write again abnormal molecular masses. Okay, we have the various formulae to calculate the molecular masses of non-volatile solutes using the colligative properties. That is, molecular mass can be calculated using the relative lowering of vapor pressure. Similarly, we can calculate the molecular mass using the elevation of boiling point delta TB the depression of freezing point delta Tm, and the osmotic pressure pi. All these are the colligative properties. And if we calculate the molecular masses using these colligative properties, in some cases, the molecular masses obtained are found to be deviating from the normal theoretical molecular mass. Such deviated molecular masses are called abnormal molecular masses. So abnormal molecular masses are the deviated molecular masses obtained when molecular masses are calculated using the colligative property measurements. Such values are abnormal molecular masses. So we can write the definition. You write the definition. What are abnormal molecular masses? You write. Molecular masses, we can write molecular masses calculated by colligative property measurements. Colligative property measurements. Colligative property measurements may vary. It's not compulsory always. May vary from the normal molecular masses. Normal molecular masses. Normal molecular mass means the theoretical molecular mass. Normal molecular masses. Such values are abnormal molecular masses. Abnormal values. Abnormal molecular masses. So write the definition. The molecular masses calculated by colligative property measurements may vary from the normal molecular masses. Such values are called abnormal molecular masses. And the abnormal molecular masses are due to either dissociation of solute or association of the solute in solution. There are certain solutes which can dissociate in solution. For example, you take ionic solutes. For example, potassium chloride, sodium nitrate, potassium sulfate, etc. All these are ionic compounds. And if we make solutions of these ionic compounds in water, what happens? The ionic compounds dissociate into ions. They dissociate into ions. When the solutes are dissociated into ions, the number of the particles will be increased. If number of particles is increased, the colligative property also will be increased. If the colligative property is increased, what will happen to the molecular mass? The molecular mass will be decreased. It's a lower value. Do you remember the equations for molecular masses? Say, for example, you take the first one, that is relative lower vapor pressure. From that, molecular mass of the solute Mb is equal to, do you remember the equation? Wb by Wa into Wb by Wa into Ma by delta P by Pa0. Here, delta P by Pa0, that is Pa0 minus Pa. That is the colligative property. The colligative property is in the denominator. the calculation, the colligative property delta P by PA0. That is, what is delta P? PA0 minus PA. Am I right? Delta P is the lowering of vapor pressure. Delta P is PA0 minus P. And the ratio PA0 minus PA by PA0. That is delta P by PA0. That is the relative lowering of vapor pressure. And that is the colligative property. It is a colligative property, and so it depends on the number of particles. Number of particles. This value delta P by PA0, that depends on the number of particles. Right? For example, you take potassium chloride, it's an ionic compound. And if you prepare a solution of potassium chloride in water, potassium chloride dissociates. It ionizes into K plus and Cl minus ions. So what will happen to the total number of ions? Total number of particles of the solute, that will be almost double from the expected theoretical value. Say each molecule of KCl is supposed to be ionized into K plus and Cl minus ions. So the number of particles will be doubled. Increased, here it is doubled. If the number of the particles is doubled, what will happen to the colligative property? Delta P by PA0. If the number of the particle is doubled, delta P by PA0, it will be decreased, it will be half only. It will be half only. Do you follow what I say? Colligative property depends on the number of solute particles. Agreed? Colligative property depends on the number of solute particles in solution. Now you take an ionic compound, solution of an ionic compound. Say for example, KCl. Being an ionic compound, it ionizes, it dissociates in water. For example, KCl dissociates into K plus and Cl minus ions. And so the number of the particles, here the particles are the ions, not the KCl molecules, not the KCl molecules, but the particles are K plus and Cl minus ions. So what will happen to the number of the particles of the solute? That is increased. Here it is doubled. Number of particles, it is doubled. It is increased. If number of particles is increased, what will happen to the colligative property? That also will be, that also will be increased or decreased. It will be increased. Yes, it will be increased. If the colligative property is increased, delta P by PA0, that will be increased. If it is increased, what will be the calculated molecular mass, MB? That will be lower than the expected normal theoretical molecular mass. Is it not? That will be lower. So the lower values are due to the dissociation of the solute particles. Say you take potassium sulfate, K2SO4, ionic compound, and if it ionizes completely, we'll get 2 K plus ions and 1 SO4 minus 2 ions. See here the total number of particles of the solute, that will be 3 times than the expected number of particles. Here also there is an increase in the number of particles. Since the number of the particles is increased, the relative lowering of vapor pressure, that is decreased. Sorry, that is increased. Since the relative lowering of vapor pressure is increased, the calculated molecular mass will be decreased. It is lower. So there is a deviation from the normal molecular mass. You take the case of acetic acid, ethanoic acid in benzene. Acetic acid in benzene, say CH3COOH, acetic acid. You prepare a solution of acetic acid in benzene, not in water. Not in water. Water is ionizing. But if you prepare a solution of acetic acid in benzene, you know, acetic acid dimerizes. CH3COOH twice dimerizes. Dimer will be formed. That means two molecules are joined together with the formation of a single particle. And that is through hydrogen bond. Hydrogen bond. Two molecules of acetic acid will dimerize through hydrogen bond. And what will happen to the number of particles? The number of particles will be almost just half, is it not? Say two molecules will be converted into a single particle, a dimer. Two molecules is converted into a dimer, which is a single particle. So the total number of particles will be lower than the expected theoretical value. If the number of the particles is lower, that is due to association. The process is called association. Here the association is a dimerization. Dimerization. Two molecules associate. Then it is called a dimerization. So due to dimerization, the number of particles will be just half only. If the number of particles is decreased, what will happen to the relative lowering of vapor pressure? Number of particles is decreased. The colligative property delta P by Pa0, that will be decreased. Only half. So what will be the nature of the molecular mass calculated? That will be double the theoretical value. Because delta P by Pa0 is only half when it is measured. When the colligative property is measured, since the number of particles is halved, only half will be there. The colligative property is also half when it is measured. If the colligative property is just half, the molecular mass will be doubled. So there is an increase in the molecular mass, and that is due to association. You go back to the definition. Molecular masses calculated by colligative property measurements may deviate from the normal molecular masses. Such values are abnormal molecular masses. Now we can say, what is the reason for abnormal molecular masses? What is the reason for the abnormal molecular masses? Punya, can you say what the reason for the abnormal molecular masses? The values are different. Why?
Dissociation or association.
It may be due to either dissociation, ionic compound. It may be due to dissociation, or it may be due to association. If there is dissociation, the molecular mass will be decreased. If there is dissociation, that is for ionic compounds, if there is dissociation, there is a decrease in the molecular mass. On the other hand, if there is association, then there will be an increase in the molecular mass. So we can say the abnormal molecular mass is due to the association or dissociation of the solutes. You can complete molecular, yes, masses. Now you write the reason. Write the reason. Abnormal, you can write. Abnormal molecular masses. Abnormal molecular masses are due to are due to dissociation, ionization, dissociation or association, or association, dissociation or association of the solute molecules, the solute molecules in solution, solute molecules. So we have seen 2 points now. One is abnormal molecular mass. These are the molecular masses which are deviated from the normal values when measured by colligative property measurements. There may be a difference, and such values are abnormal molecular masses. The abnormal molecular masses are due to either dissociation or association of the solute molecules in solution. There are certain solutes, ionic solutes, that can dissociate. So the number of particles will be increased. If the number of particles is increased, colligative property is increased, and molecular mass is decreased. While if there is association, the number of the particles will be decreased, the colligative property will be decreased, and molecular mass will be increased. Molecular mass is increased. That's why we say it is due to either dissociation or okay, friends, let us continue. The extent of dissociation or association can be obtained from a factor known as Van Hoff factor. So as a next paragraph you write, next paragraph, the extent of dissociation or association, the extent of a dissociation or association can be obtained from Van Hoff factor. Van Hoff. See the spelling? Small v, small v, small v. Van Hoff, capital H. Now Van Hoff factor, comma, I. Van Hoff factor I. So from the value I, there is a term called the Van Hoff factor I. From that we can decide how much of a dissociation is there or how much of a association is there. Say the dissociation need not be 100%. The association also need not be 100%. How much association or dissociation is there? That can be obtained from term called Van Hoff factor I. And what is the Van Hoff factor I? A new term comes here. And the definition is like this. I is equal to, you can write, I is equal to normal molecular mass by abnormal molecular mass. Abnormal molecular mass. Normal molecular mass by abnormal molecular mass. That ratio is called the Van Gogh factor I. So I is equal to Van Gogh factor I is equal to normal molecular mass by abnormal molecular mass. What is the normal molecular mass? That is the molecular mass obtained from the formula. For example, potassium chloride. You add the atomic masses of potassium and chlorine. That will be the molecular mass of normal molecular mass of potassium chloride. And what is the abnormal molecular mass? That is the molecular mass obtained from the colligative property measurements. The molecular mass obtained from colligative property measurements. That is called the abnormal molecular mass. The other one is the theoretical molecular mass. That means a molecular mass that can be directly derived from the molecular formula. You simply add the atomic masses, then you will get the molecular mass, and that is the normal molecular mass. Theoretical molecular mass. Molecular mass measured by colligative property measurements. These are called the abnormal molecular masses, the deviated molecular masses. We can say abnormal molecular mass means the experimental molecular mass. That is the measured molecular mass. Measured molecular mass or experimental molecular mass. That is the abnormal molecular mass. It is equal to, say, normal molecular mass. Molecular mass is inversely proportional to colligative property. Molecular mass is inversely proportional to colligative property. So we can write I is equal to, another definition, I is equal to the observed colligative property, observed colligative property. Observed means the measured colligative property by the normal colligative property or the calculated colligative property. Normal colligative property. That is the calculated colligative property. That is the normal colligative property. I is equal to observed colligative property by normal colligative property. Or I is equal to normal molecular mass by abnormal molecular mass. You know, molecular mass is inversely proportional to the colligative property. Do you remember the equations? No. See, these are the equations. MB is equal to WB by WA. You need not write it again now here. That is to show only. Into MA by delta P by PA0. That is one equation for the colligative property. One equation. Measurement, that is delta P by PA0. What is it? That is the relative lowering of vapor pressure. It's a colligative property. See the relation? Molecular mass is inversely proportional to the colligative property. Is it not? Or MB is equal to 1000 kb into WB by remember delta TB into WA. Delta TB by WA. Here delta TB, elevation boiling point, that is the colligative property. That is in the denominator. Is it not? Similarly, we can write the other one, MB is equal to 1000 kf. You need to write this again into WB by delta TF into WA. See here, delta TF, that is the depression of freezing point. That is in the denominator. That is why I told you that the molecular mass is inversely proportional to the colligative property. Is it not? Is it clear from the equation? See, do you agree with me? Can you hear me first of all?
Yes, sir.
See the equations for the measurement of molecular masses. Now, for the measurement of molecular masses, molecular mass is equal to, we have a relation. In the relation, the colligative property is in the denominator sign. So, molecular mass is inversely proportional to the colligative property. Inversely proportional to colligative property. Now you come to the Van Gogh factor I. The Van Gogh factor I. I is equal to normal molecular mass by abnormal molecular mass. Normal molecular mass by abnormal molecular mass. That can be replaced by the colligative property. That can be replaced by the colligative property. How is it replaced? Normal molecular mass. See the relation. Normal molecular mass inversely proportional to normal colligative property. Is it not? Inversely proportional. So, in the first equation, normal molecular mass is in the denominator. In the second equation, normal colligative property is in the denominator. Do you follow the argument? Similarly, in the first equation, abnormal molecular mass, that is in the denominator. In the second equation, the observed, the measured colligative property, that is in the numerator. Numerator, inversely proportional. So the Van Gogh factor I is equal to normal molecular mass by abnormal molecular mass, which in turn is equal to the observed colligative property, means the measured colligative property by the normal colligative property. That means the theoretically calculated colligative property. We can have another equation also, I is equal to, the observed colligative property, the measured colligative property is directly proportional to the number of particles after dissociation or association. Is it not? See, the observed colligative property means measured colligative property. But that is directly proportional to the number of particles present in the solution. In the solution, there is association or dissociation. So, the measured colligative property or observed colligative property is directly proportional to the number of particles after dissociation or association. So we can write the equation like this. Number of particles after association or dissociation. After association or dissociation by number of particles means number of solute particles, number of particles before association or dissociation number of particles before association or dissociation, that is equal to I. So we have got a new definition here. We can go deep into this portion next day. So there is either dissociation or association. In some cases, not always, not always. For example, you take a solution of urea in water. There is neither association nor dissociation. So the measured value will be closer to the theoretical value, normal value. There is no difference. Similarly, glucose in water, there is no association or dissociation. So the number of particles will be the same as we have expected. So the molecular mass calculated will be the same as the theoretical or normal molecular mass. Similarly, sucrose, there is neither association nor dissociation in solution. So if we measure the molecular masses of such solutes, glucose in water, sucrose in water, urea in water, there is no change in the molecular mass. The measured molecular mass will be the same as the theoretical molecular mass. But you take ionic compounds in water, there is dissociation, there is ionization. So due to ionization, the number of particles is increased. So the colligative property is increased. So the molecular mass is decreased because colligative property is in the denominator. Remember the equation again. So the molecular mass will be lower than the expected value. Similarly, you take say benzoic acid or acetic acid in benzene. In benzene, not in water. In water, there is a ionization. There is dissociation. In water, there is dissociation. There are non-ionizing solvent, benzene. So solution of benzoic acid in benzene or solution of acetic acid in benzene, not in water, in benzene, then what happens? In benzene, there is dimerization, association, and more strictly, the dimerization. Associate means molecules are joined together, that is association. Here, two molecules are coupled together through hydrogen bond. Two molecules are coupled together through hydrogen bond. And so, it is a dimerization. So, due to dimerization, the number of particles will be reduced, will be half only. So, what will happen to the colligative property? Since the number of particles is decreased, the colligative property is decreased. If colligative property is decreased, the molecular mass will be, whereas do you say? Molecular mass will be
Increase.
It will be no answer. No
Increase.
answer. It will be increased or decreased.
Increase.
If there is association, dimerization, molecular mass will be increased. Because particles, number of particles decreased. Colligative property decreased. Colligative property is in the denominator. The value in the denominator is decreased. So molecular mass will be increased. Okay. So if there is no dissociation or association, there is no problem. If there is dissociation or association, then the problem arises. There may be a lower molecular mass or a higher molecular mass when measured by colligative property measurements. And the extent, the degree of dissociation or association can be obtained from Van Hoff factor I. And it is defined like this. I is equal to normal molecular mass by abnormal molecular mass. Abnormal molecular mass means the molecular mass measured using colligative property, experimental value. That is equal to observed colligative property by normal colligative property. It is reversed. It is reversed. Normal is coming in the denominator reversed. Why is it reversed? Because molecular mass and the colligative property are inversely proportional. Inversely proportional. I had shown you that. Inversely proportional. So I is equal to absurd colligative property by normal colligative property, which in turn is equal to number of particles after association or dissociation in solution by number of particles before association or dissociation. That ratio is called the Van factor I. Let us see Van factor I in detail in the coming class. Now it is time. Let me stop. Thank you.